The desk agent continues to type rapidly. She tells Mom, I can get you and your daughter on the next direct flight out, however. It leaves here at 7:23 p.m. and will get you into Washington at 9:07. The Weather Service has predicted that the storm system will have fizzled by then, so we can start getting folks where they need to be. Actually, tomorrow it will all be rain. My heart is thudding now. Would you like me to rebook you now? She smiles cheerfully. She doesn't get it. But the competition starts at 7, Mom mumbles weakly. Excuse me? I didn't hear you, the desk agent says. I can't breathe. Mom speaks a little louder. What about the rest of our group? We're traveling together. A group of school children. A quiz team, actually. They were also booked on this flight. We've got a competition this evening. Oh, I remember those kids. They were here early this morning. Great group, so polite and well mannered. They told me all about the competition and the huge trophy that they might be bringing home. They came early? Mom croaks. It seems they all went to breakfast together, then came straight here. It's a good thing they did, too, or they wouldn't have gotten out. Where are they? Mom asks. Oh, they got switched to the 9 o'clock flight. The last eastbound plane to get out before flights started getting canceled. They had to run down to the gate, but they just made it in time. I made sure of it. She looks down at her computer. Yes, that flight left about an hour ago. They're gone? Mom whispers. I feel like I'm going to choke. Are you and your family going to DC to cheer them on? The woman asks. She still doesn't get it. No, my daughter is on the team, Mom explains. We must get to Washington. Isn't there another flight? Perhaps on another airline? The woman looks at me and blinks. She's on the. She starts to ask, but then she catches herself, returns her gaze to her monitor, and begins typing furiously once more. I can hear her fingernails as they click on the keys. Dad places both hands on the ticket counter and leans in toward the agent. I've never seen him so angry. How could this happen? Shouldn't we have been notified that the flight was canceled? We try, sir, but it's not always possible, the lady replies, sounding truly sorry. We do always advise passengers to call ahead and check their flight status. But this was the trip of a lifetime. You can't possibly understand how important this is to my daughter. I squeeze my eyes shut. Stupid elevator music floats from the tiny airport speakers. Or tinny? I wonder if that's supposed to say tinny, airport speakers. I hear no beautiful colors. I smell no lovely aromas. All I can see is the darkness behind my eyeballs. I'm really, really sorry, sir, the lady says. What about a connecting flight? We must get her to Washington this afternoon. The woman types and clicks for what seems like hours. Finally, she looks up. There are no other flights to DC on any other carrier, sir, nonstop or otherwise. That weather system has grounded everything. There will be nothing until later this evening. I'm so sorry, she whispers. I open my eyes because they are filling with tears. Dad walks away from the ticket counter, his face scrunched into tight wrinkles. Then, without warning, he smashes his fist into the wall right next to where I'm sitting. I jerk my head up. I know that had to hurt. Ugh, I shouldn't have done that, he admits, holding one fist in the other. But if I could have smashed my fist against a wall, I would have as well. Mrs. V looks from Dad to me. I don't understand how this could have happened either, she says to Mom. Shouldn't someone from the quiz team have called you? Her voice could crush bricks. The teacher, perhaps? Maybe there wasn't time, Mom says helplessly. At least that's what I would hope. Surely they wouldn't have left her behind on purpose? I still have not taken one deep breath. I really do apologize, ma'am, the gate agent finally says. I've even checked airports in nearby cities. There are no flights out of the area until this evening. I have plenty of seats on our 7 o'clock flight if you'd like me to book you. No, thank you, Mom says quietly. It's too late. The entire airport feels like a vacuum to me. No sound, no voices, no air. Mom walks slowly toward me. I sit there in my new blue and white outfit with new matching tennis shoes next to my new shiny red suitcase, feeling very, very stupid and angry. How could they do this to me? And helpless. I hate feeling like this. Like when I was little and got stuck on my back like a stupid turtle. There was nothing I could do. Nothing. How long does it take to drive to DC? Mrs. V asks. I don't even look up. I know the answer. 10 hours? At the very least, Dad replies, his voice soft. Go fly airplane? Penny asks. No fly today, Dad says, touching her gently on her head with his good hand. Mom rolls me over to a bench on the other side of the check-in area. She kneels down in front of me. She's crying. I don't think I'll ever breathe again. Mom hugs me. It's gonna be okay, sweetie. You're still the best, the smartest, the most wonderful girl in the world. Somehow we're going to get over this. No, I won't. Mrs. V wipes her eyes as well. She sits on the bench and takes both my hands in hers. Oh, baby girl, I know this is hard, but there's just no way to get you to Washington. I just sit there. The morning started out like crystal, but the day has turned to broken glass. I think that's a very good sentence to finish that chapter on. So I warned you guys yesterday that the book takes a turn, and I'm not a big fan of it. I'm a happy story kind of gal, and I don't like when things get sad because I think we all know just how hard she's been working to get on that team and learn everything and fill her head with all of that information and find all of this wanting to fit in and be like the other kids, and finally she's involved with them, and that's what happens. So I'm sure some of you are wondering, why didn't they call her? Why didn't they let her know? I mean, first of all, why wasn't she invited to breakfast with them? If she had been to breakfast with them, then she would have been on the airplane with them and wouldn't be in this situation. So here's the deal. Your job today, we're going to do a text-to-self connection. You can connect to a lot of things. Text-to-self connections can be about an experience you've had. It can be about a location you've been to. It can literally be anything. But today we're going to connect to that feeling of being disappointed, of being sad, of being left out, that feeling where maybe you start a day feeling like crystal, just like Melody mentioned, and then it just shatters. Another term is like somebody just popped your balloon. So I'm going to recommend looking at the model that I am putting on the paper for your assignment today, because in a good text-to-self connection, you're going to say what happened to Melody and what happened to you, but you have to compare how these are similar. For example, my RNA might be one text-to-self connection I have to Melody in Out of My Mind is that she felt really left out when her teammates got to fly to Washington, D.C. For the competition, and I've also felt left out in my life. Then your next sentence is going to be about how her whole team went out to breakfast and got on an earlier flight because they somehow found out that their other flight was canceled. You're going to tell me what happened in the book. Then you're going to say like, alternatively, or however, or similarly in my life, and tell me something that's happened to you where you felt sad, left out, defeated, whatever it is. and then you're going to tie it all together in the end. So I have a model for you to look at, read through that, and then you're going to work on your own text to self connection. Okay, send me an email if you have any other questions. The other thing is that this counts towards your reading log. So I'm going to say that we were reading for like 20-ish minutes. I know the last couple minutes I've just been talking. So you can count 20 minutes towards your reading log for today. Okay, there's no secret word. I know we did that last week. But again, email me if you guys need any help. Bye-bye.